making the calls. And for some reason, people didn't get the memo, right? They're not as excited as me. And so I had to start comparing my prospect list to a deck of cards, right? Now, a deck of cards, great place to have a deck of cards, Vegas. A deck of cards, how many aces are in a deck of cards? 4 aces. In every deck? Every deck has 4 cards. Do you know, every prospect list that you put together, all the people you know, there are some diamond elites in there. Just like the aces in a deck of cards. What you've got to do to find the aces is you make the call, you find out, right, are you able to pique their interest? Maybe not. If you pique their interest, you pass them to a tool, the favorite tool that you've got. Why do we use the tools? Because the tools don't talk. They do all the work for us. We can just sit there and see who's interested. That's why they work so well. The tools, they never have a bad day. They never forget. Right? It's never that you can't get them. Like, oh, it's 11 o'clock, I'm not sure. They're always available 24 hours a day, so use the tools. Okay? But sometimes you pique the person's interest, you pass them to a tool, and then guess what? I don't know, is that coming up on the screen? What's that? Oh, well, what did I do wrong? I thought I was looking for an ace, and an ace is a person that says, hey, I want to get going. Okay? What did I do wrong? We didn't do anything wrong. So then you call the next person. All right, I'm fired up, I'm going to get back on the phone. Oh, man. I tell you, that Mike McLean, he got me all fired up. I wonder if the next one's a 4. Sometimes you got to shuffle your deck. But see, what I got excited about doing was I just kept going. Now, what did I do right that time? How come I got an ace? I shuffled the deck. No, I'm not a card shark. It's just that's amazing. I wish I could have. See, that a lot of people say, oh, maybe I could change the king into an ace. No, you can't change anybody. You're looking for an ace. And what is an ace? An ace is a person who's sick and tired of being sick and tired. They want a change. And they're just waiting for you to call. The only reason why you didn't have 10 guests here at this event is you didn't call them. Right? They're sitting at home. I wish someone would call. And you're like, okay, you got me fired up, Phil. I'm calling them. All right. Oh, crap. And so the guys that seem to make the most money the quickest are the guys that go like this. Nope. Call. Nope. They're not saying, let's get our feelings together and maybe I can teach you how to be successful. You're a 9. You're not looking for 9s. You're getting paid for finding aces. Aces duplicate. What do you think aces do? And you keep going through, man, that Phil, got me all fired up, and then I just can't seem to find it. What am I doing wrong? I can't find an ace. Doesn't matter what I do, I just can't. Nothing is working for me. I've been doing this for a year now, and I still haven't found an ace. Well, then speed up. Right? That's how you find another ace. Anyways, you get the general idea, right? 2, this has got to be an ace. Hey! Now, just to finish off here, sometimes you'll find somebody that actually does better than you. And they'll get all excited, and they just take off and go and do more than you. They do more than what you expect. They all of a sudden just take matters into their own hands, and off they go. So, does that mean I've got 18 more minutes, 19 more minutes, 20 more minutes? Well, that probably means my time's up, right? Okay, so this is going to be finishing very quickly. So I've got to tell you a little story just before I leave. Did everyone kind of get the point that it's really a simple thing? What you're going to do is this, and that. I'll tell you a little story about Joe McNinch. Who would like to hear a story about Joe McNinch? It's been my pleasure to get to know Joel over the last little while. This guy, I tell you, every time I'm around him, I get fired up. And I'm in the business, and I see him get fired up, and I'm like, I've got to redouble my efforts and just get going here. This is just going to be crazy. So Joel was doing a tour through Canada, and I was very proud to be with him out in Alberta. And so we're in Alberta, and of course I'm trying to brag up Alberta a little bit. Oh, we've got this big expanse, and of course he's from Texas. And everything's bigger in Texas, right? But anyways, and so I'm getting out there trying to get him all revved up, and he's going, dude, you know, like, just chill. It's nice, but it's nothing like Texas. So anyways, I was down in Texas. He invited me to come down to Texas. And as I'm getting there, I've been talking to him about all the pickup trucks that we have up there in Alberta. You know, because up in the oil field and lots of snow and ice, everyone has pickup trucks and that kind of thing. Well, Joel met me at the airport, and you should have seen this pickup truck that he had. I was thinking, here's a guy, Diamond Elite, you know, absolutely loaded, making all kinds of gangster money and all the rest. He pulls up in this, I don't even know what year it was, the rustiest old dirt bucket of a pickup truck that you ever saw in your life. And I just didn't know what to even think about that. It was an old wrecked truck. And it even had the gun racks in the back window. A couple of guns back there, and I'm like, dude, wow. So anyways, and he's kind of having fun with me a little bit there. So as we're walking out to the truck, he's picking me up with this truck, through the suitcase in the back. So I said, he said, well, you're probably not used to being in the big places, you know, being in that little Canada where you live. And I said, I know my way around Texas, no problem. He says, oh yeah? I says, yeah, I'll drive us to where we're going. I had no clue what I was doing, but I wanted to put on a good face. And so that's what we did. We jumped in the truck and I started driving, and he told me where to go, but it was obvious within 10 or 15 minutes of driving that I was obviously getting us lost. I mean, but I was a little too proud to say that I was lost. And we were driving along, and now we're entering out into the country. And he says, dude, you are definitely lost now, Phil. And I said, no, I'm lost. And I could see this little farmhouse up on the hill. And I said, as a matter of fact, Joe, I think one of my distributors lives in that farmhouse. And so we're driving along, and I'm just going to pull in and just say hi, you know, because, hey, I'm not down in Texas for a... So in I go, driving up the driveway. It's kind of a long driveway, a little bit of livestock out there, a horse and all the bits and pieces. And I'm bumping up the driveway, you know. And Joel is wondering, what on earth is going on? Pull around this little circular driveway and stop right in the place. I say, look, hang on a second. Only going to be a minute. I know we're kind of in a rush here, but I just wanted to stop in and say hi. So I knock on the door and kind of walk into this farmer's house at the same time, because I am totally embarrassed. I don't want to tell Joel that I'm totally lost. It'll just make me feel bad. So I bust into this person's place, nicest people that you could ever meet. And I said, look, I'm really sorry. I tried to explain the story. I said, look, I've got a friend out in the truck here, and I'm hopelessly lost, and I'm looking for this address, and if you'd be so kind as to just kind of direct me in the right direction so I don't look like a complete idiot, that would be so cool. And they said, wow, you really are lost. You're miles away. But they were very kind, very understanding, and just said, look, this is exactly where you've got to go. When you pull out the driveway, turn right. And I said, thank you so much. Look, if there's ever anything I could do to help you out, I'm more than happy to do that. I thought, well, it's kind of silly me saying that because I'm from Canada. I'm never going to see these people again. But I thought, I had to say something. And the old farmer said, wow, he said, I noticed that truck that you pulled up in there. And he said, I've got to tell you, we've got a family pet. And this family pet has been this horse we've got out, you'll see it as you're heading out to the gate. It's on the right-hand side. It's 23 years old, and it's been blind for a few years now, but it went lame last week, and we have to put it down. And it's a family pet, and I just can't bring myself to do it. And I noticed that you've got some guns in your truck and everything. Would you mind just on your way out putting it out of its misery? And then I just can't bring myself to do it. The wife can't do it, and the kids would be heartbroken. I was sitting there saying, how on earth do I get myself into these things? This is crazy. So, anyways, I'm like, oh man, well, I can't do that. I said, and they said, oh, hang on a second, you came busting in our house here, uninvited. We were very kind to you. Why on earth wouldn't you at least just, help us out? That's all we're asking. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. So I'm shutting the door and walking back out to the truck, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness me, this is not going to go well. And then I get this funny idea. I think maybe I can get back at Joel. This just might work out perfectly. So anyways, as I'm getting up to the truck, I stomp on my feet. I'm looking really upset. And I jump in, I open the door, hop in, slam the door, and I say, man, I've heard all about this wonderful hospitality you have here in Texas. Those are the meanest, nastiest people I've ever met in my life. They went up one side, told me they were going to run me off their property with a gun and all the rest of it. Who did I think I was, busting into their house? I have never been so rudely spoken to in my life, and I'm firing up the truck and driving around trying to figure out where's the horse. So, up and down the driveway now, and I'm like, my people like that need to be taught a lesson, someone should be able to do something that you just can't talk to people that way. I can't believe how rude those people were. And I'm trying not to smile. He's on one side, so I'm making sure that I'm looking really serious on the side that he can see. And I see, okay, there's the horse. So I'm like, I've got a good mind to I'm going to shoot their horse. And you should have seen Joel, right? His eyes are this big. No. You can't be doing stuff like that. What are you talking about, Phil? No, Joel, I tell you, I'm headed. I get this. So I'm grabbing the gun out of the rack, I'm putting it across the front of the truck, lining that thing up, and I'm getting a bit of a smile on my face, and boom! And down goes the horse. I'm all ready to start laughing, and I hear boom, boom, and he says, okay, I got a couple of cows, now let's get out of here. Sometimes you're going to find people in your organization that just outpace you. They start doing stuff you never expected. They don't go and get two who get two. Right? That's all we got to do, guys. Anyway, thanks very much.
I tell you, it's a pleasure and a blessing, not necessarily always pleasant, but being Phil's sponsor, it's a good thing, yeah. Next segment, the second group of Who's Hot. Again, this is the group that is the leading edge of Zija International. The ones who are plugging in and teaching people how to get. I know it's late. 800 people, come on. 2. All right, let's invite up Rob Zija. Phil told me a quick story about when he was prospecting Rob Zija, and it was a long process. It took a while for Rob to actually get started in the business, and he had sent Rob the weight management system, and apparently Rob had thrown it in the back of his truck up north, and ultimately brought it into the house and just didn't get around to using it, but the dog got into it. And so when Phil followed up with Rob and to see how the products were, Rob said, well, I'm pretty sure they work. My dog lost 5 pounds. Anyways, Rob's one of the ones who's hot. Let's hear it for our Who's Hot.
My name is Rick Howell from Toledo, Ohio. Sorry, this is my first time. I'm a little nervous with this. I've been involved with Zija as a distributor since February 6th. Just qualified last night for the Benz. A good friend of mine that sponsored me, his name is Charles Gibson, introduced me to an XM Plus 2 years ago. I took the XM Plus, felt great. That was it. Never did nothing else with it again. I was a fitness guy. Always in shape, knew more than everybody, didn't really care to know any more about Zija. Had every supplement in my body that you could imagine all the time, never thought anything about it. Forward that 2 years, I was going into a breakfast one time. I'm in real estate and I was going to meet a client and I was going to go talk about a deal we were working on. And I walked in and I saw Mr. Bob DeCant, Truman Irvin, Chuck, and another gentleman. I avoided them completely. I knew it was coming. They were having their little Zija meeting and I wanted nothing to do with it. I was there to eat breakfast and get out. By the time they were having their discussion,